Hey guys, this is the Lightning Demon build. We're going to be using the one-handed curved sword, the Demon's Key, paired with the Stormpiercer Rune. Now I've already made another build using Stormpiercer that's a full-on tank build, where you generate focus just by blocking. This time I'm going with a faster way to generate focus. I'll leave the link to the tank build in the description for anyone interested. Honestly, I think it's the best build for new players. Even my wife is having tons of fun with it. It got so easy for her that she couldn't believe how effortlessly she defeated the final bat boss in the campaign.
Great job, baby.
I killed already?
Yeah.
You know how it is? Happy wife, happy life. For the Lightning Demon build, I'm going to do a full Crucible run without any echoes. Just like many other weapons in the game that have different movesets and animations, the Demon's Key sword has a unique one. When you run and attack, you perform an insanely fast strike. And of course, you generate focus like a demon. That's the core mechanic here. Since we have an efficient way to generate focus, we're pairing it with the Stormpiercer Rune, which I think is the best rune for one-handed swords. It deals great damage and gives you a strong gap closer. The Demon's Key also comes with the Lightning Throw Rune, which is another great option if you want some ranged damage. I'll talk more about the rest of the gear at the end of the Crucible run. While you watch the build in action, I want to touch on the upcoming patch. A lot of things have been confirmed by the developers, but keep in mind that some of the changes might still be subject to change. Thomas confirmed in one of my videos that a full stat screen, one that shows everything, is in the works. He also confirmed that a few features from the community wishlist videos will be implemented. He didn't say whether they'll be included in the next patch or in a later one, but I'll link those wishlist videos in the description if you want to check them out. Here's what we do know is confirmed for the next patch. Realm tiers, basically difficulty options, according to the devs. This should make the early game less punishing for new players, while still allowing more experienced folks to crank up the challenge. Native Utility Runes. You'll be able to equip up to 4 Utility Runes at Eleanor's that will always be active, regardless of which weapon you're using. For example, you can have a heal aura that restores health using focus. Fast travel between whispers. You'll finally be able to travel between all unlocked whispers, not just the last one you touched. I think the whispers might need to be upgraded first to enable teleportation, but we'll see. Gem extraction at Eleanor. Finally, gems are a pain to farm, especially if your RNG is bad. Now you'll be able to extract and reuse gems freely between builds. Ledge protection. You used to fall off ledges while attacking or using runes. Now you'll stay safe on edges during those actions. Fall damage nerf. If you fall from a slightly too high spot, you won't die instantly anymore. You'll just lose some health. Of course, extreme falls will still kill you. Ranged gameplay changes. Basic ranged attacks like bows and spells will now use stamina instead of focus. They're also adjusting damage and attack speed so that ranged builds don't delete enemies before they even get close. I really hope this rework turns out well. I miss my original archer build. And finally, we're getting more side content after reaching Sacrament. Likely optional quests to help players level up a bit after hitting the main city. There are a few more fixes and tweaks coming, but these are the main changes planned for the next patch. If you want to read through the full patch preview list, I'll leave a link in the description. We also have an interview with Thomas on the Ginger Prime channel, where they go into more detail about the upcoming patch. They cover things like how realm difficulty will be adjustable at any time, and how gem extraction will actually work. They walk through the entire patch, which is apparently going to be called The Breach Refined. They even touch on the class system, which is expected to be introduced after this patch. One quick thing I really want to highlight from the interview is the change to grinding. They're planning to introduce a sort of minigame to it. For example, farming will still work the same, like chopping trees the usual way. But now there will be an option to land a kind of critical hit on the tree to chop it down faster. You'll also be able to gain experience and focus from farming. Thomas even mentioned that you'll be able to play the game as a full-time farmer, without needing to fight at all. I'm honestly really looking forward to all of this. Make sure to check out the full interview. I'll leave the link in the description. Thomas also shared some juicy new weapons on Discord that will be coming in the next patch. Just look at the scythes ones. I really can't wait to try them out. And he reminded everyone to start saving up goat blood for a giant monstrosity of a boss that's on the way. It looks like the next patch will be another massive content drop for us to dive into. Now, let's get into the build. As always, I am trying to make a build that excels in all aspects: survivability, damage, and most importantly, the feel of the build. The build can be changed to do more damage or to be more sturdy, but this is the setup I came to. With that in mind, let's get to the gear. The main weapon we are using for this build is the Demon's Key. As you can see from this video, it has a really cool attack animation that triggers in combination with running. It instantly restores most of our focus. The weapon already comes with the Lightning Throw rune, which on its own is already an incredible ranged rune. I've added the Damage Surge rune to boost my damage even more, Electric Enchantment so I can have Electric Infusion, and finally the best one-handed rune, the Stormpiercer. For the gem, I went for Lifesteal Increased to give more survivability. We will not be using the Lifesteal ring with this build, as having Lifesteal on the main weapon, and the offhand will be enough. For the effects, we have Healing Increased based on durability, Item Weight Decreased, Movement Speed Increased after Rune Attack, Rune Damage Increased, and finally, the drawback is Drain Health in combat. Currently, the health and focus regeneration is broken, as it's barely noticeable, and it seems the same for Drain Health penalties. Maybe they will fix this to be stronger, but for now, the Drain Health in combat is almost non-existent. Might be the best penalty to get on any plagued enchantment. For the offhand, you can go with any bow, as we are mainly using it for the enchantment effects and the gem. For the gem, of course, we are going with Lifesteal Increased. The effects are Damage Increased on damage dodged, Gain Health on damage dodged, Stamina Recovery Increased, and for the Indestructible and Unrepairable, you can replace them with any positive enchantment and the Drain Health penalty. I just forgot to change them. For the gear, I recommend you go with something lighter than plate. Leather or mesh will do. This way, you can invest fewer points into equip load and dodge roll pretty easily, while at the same time have decent armor. For the helmet, I went with a shock build-up increased gem, since all the runes, with the exception of Damage Surge, are electrical. For the enchantments, we have Damage taken decreased based on durability, Electrical damage increased, Gain focus on inflicting any build-up, Healing increased, and for the penalty, we're going with Drain Health in combat. For the body armor, we are going with a Focus Gain increased gem. This will help us generate focus even faster with the Demon's Key special attack. For the enchantments, we have Damage taken decreased based on durability, Focus Gain increased based on durability, Overall speed increased after inflicting shock buildup, Stamina recovery increased based on durability, and finally, the Drain Health in combat penalty. For the gloves, we have another shock build-up gem, Damage taken decreased, Healing increased, Item weight decreased, Shock build-up increased, and Drain Health. For the pants, we are going with another Focus Gain increased gem, Damage taken decreased, Healing increased, Item weight decreased, Stamina cost decreased, and Drain Health as the penalty. For the rings, we are using the Ring of Broken Promises for extra overall damage, the Rune Ring for increased rune damage, and the Band of Calmness, which increases focus gain and maximum focus. For the stats, we have 40 in health for the best survivability, 26 in strength and faith to use the weapon, 24 in focus to have enough to spam the rune attacks, and 21 in equip load to stay within the normal weight category. And that's it! This is the Lightning Demon build. I can confidently say that this build feels incredible. It's fast, hits hard, and is extremely efficient. You could choose to ignore all the focus gain and just go straight for the Ring of Determination. But personally, I think that ring is overpowered to the point of breaking the game. It makes almost any build feel irrelevant. There's already talk in the community that the developers might either remove it entirely or rework it. Let's see how this build works against the Echo Knight. Keep in mind that I haven't used any echoes.
Down forever!
And that's it. The Lighting Demon build. If you liked this video, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.